Sigismund is pulling out.
As if his arse was on fire. God, what I'd given to see his twisted face when he found out he doesn't have the coin to pay his army of mercenaries.
How do you know Sigismund has pulled out?
I sent Captain Frenzel and his men out last night scouting, and they saw it with their own eyes. Ask him yourself. He's with the others in the courtyard, already boozing it up.
What if his withdrawal is just a trap?
That would be a costly trap even for the royal coffers. To withdraw an entire army just like that. Not lightly.
Where do you think Sigismund and his army withdrew to?
Where do you think? Back to Hungary, of course. I heard reports that Ladislaus of Naples disembarked in Zadar and declared himself king behind Sigismund's back. While he was sticking his fucking nose into our affairs, back home someone torched his throne right under his arse. And then when we took all the silver he had to pay his troops, he had to quickly withdraw his knights. The only thing he's left behind here are his royal turds. Now's our chance to turn the tables.
What are we gonna do now?
We have to contact Jobst and the other lords. They're amassing an army to face Sigismund and liberate Kuttenberg. Jobst will surely be very interested in our prisoner, von Berghoff.
And is someone on the way to deliver that message?
Not yet, but they will be soon. Rutard and the other lords are going to Podibrad. Jobst's army is amassing near there. So they will relay the message to him.
Can we rely on them?
Certainly. As soon as Jobst sends the last of Sigismund's lackeys packing, Rutard and the others will return to power. You know what? It might not be a bad idea if you reminded them of who they should thank for yesterday. They're getting ready in the Outer Bailey to ride out.
Sure. I'll have a word with them.
And don't forget to stop by and see your Rosa, too. She was asking about you.
So you're leaving?
Yes, thank God. After all that's happened.
I hear you're going to Podjebrad.
We have kin there. We can't return to Kuttenberg for the time being.
I'll miss you. Too bad we didn't have more time together.
Maybe this won't be the last time we see each other. If you ever happen to travel around Podjebrad, I'd be pleased to see you again.
All right. I'll see the wagon is ready. Well, have a safe journey.
Is this how you're going to bid farewell to me after all this?
Can you think of anything better?
How about this? I won't forget you, Henry.
Nor are you.
Stay the way you are, and keep fighting the good fight.
See you soon, God willing. That idle king of ours is not going to free himself.
Time to get boozing!
A rider? He's one of ours! Keep the gate open!
Kubienka? That bastard's alive.
Are you all right? Should we call someone for you?
I'm just beaten up. It will be all right.
I thought you kick bucket, you crazy fucker. Where you been? Hey!
As we were riding away, they shot the horse out from under me. I was lucky it didn't fall on me.
And where were you all night?
When I fell, those bastards caught me and took me hostage. I lay tied up in a wagon in Sigismund's camp, awaiting my fate. Until the early morning, when Erik came to me.
Did they torture you? What do they want to know?
No, that's just it. They didn't torture me at all. The whole lot of them were gobsmacked from what we did. They went to tell Sigismund about the robbery. They wanted him to send reinforcements.
But Sigismund gone.
He turned them down. Then Erik got into a big quarrel with someone. A bit after that, he came and untied me.
Wait, what do you say? Erik led you free?
Aye, but on one condition. That I find Henry and give him a message.
What message?
Wait till you hear this. You'll shit yourself. He's waiting for you in what used to be Sigismund's camp, and he wants to fight you, man to man.
Do you think it's a trap?
It's thing like dog's arse.
I looked him straight in the eyes when he said it. I reckon he's serious, Henry. He wants to sort this on his own. It's personal.
Shit.
Wait, you not go there alone, hey?
Well, when I think about it, I reckon I will.
I go with you. We fuck up that fucker good.
Thanks, Janos. But no, this is personal. You could say I owe it to him.
You fucking crazy?
If I were you, I'd forget about it. Who knows? He might be waiting for you in the bushes with a crossbow.
I think he wants to take me on man to man.
It's up to you. My job was to give you the message, and I've done that. Break a leg. I need to go and rest now.
Go. And you, Henry, think about it good. You know, you talk to Zizka first.
Listen, Erik has challenged me to a duel. He's waiting for me on the hill where Sigismund's camp once stood.
A duel? Surely you won't take him up on it.
I'm considering it.
Hanush would approve. What has a nobleman but his word and his honor? But these are different times. It's up to you.
What would you do in my place?
I'd go to that keg over there and suck it dry. It's not worth it, Henry. Forget him. With a bit of luck, someone else will deal with him soon. And you're not gonna get yourself killed now that everything's been settled. You'd be better off having a drink and basking in our victory.
Erik sent me a message. He wants to fight man to man. He's waiting for me.
And what? You want to accept his challenge?
Well, I'm considering it. What do you reckon I should do?
Are you mad? If it's not a trap, at the very least, it's a fool's errand. If you want to have a cock measuring contest, so be it. But I won't treat your wounds afterwards.
Now, this is something a woman could never understand.
Seriously, Henry, don't be a fool. It's not worth it. There's no point in risking your neck now that everything's over and we can finally live. Please.
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Go ahead.
Kubienka brought me a message from Erik. He wants to fight, one-on-one, to avenge Istvan.
I wouldn't expect that from him. Must have really pissed him off. And I suppose he has a sliver of pride and honor in him after all. And he's betting you're the same way.
Yeah.
Will you accept?
No, I won't be like Istvan, who hid from me. This is a matter of honor.
I don't know if that's a good idea, but I understand it's none of my business. Just be careful. Erik may be desperate, but he's a handy swordsman. If I were you, I'd try messing with his head first. People who lose control make mistakes. Since he wants to get revenge for Istvan, I'd try insulting him. I reckon that might throw him off, and in a state like that, he might forget about technique.
Thanks for the advice. Open the gate. I've got some unfinished business out there.
All right, but be careful. Hey, fellas! Open the gate! Henry's going out, and fetch him his horse.
So, I see your comrade delivered the message.
I wouldn't dream of missing such a meeting.
I have to admit, you've got balls. I was starting to think you wouldn't show up. You think you're better than me? That I've got blood on my hands, whilst you're some kind of defender of justice. Really? Just take a look at yourself. You're just like me. You murder in the name of revenge, and you don't care about anyone else.
You're nothing without Istvan. You're all alone. No one cares about you. Sigismund, Markvart, they've all abandoned you. To them, you're nothing more than a dead mercenary's lover.
Don't you dare bring Istvan's name into your mouth, you fucking bastard! I'll make sure that you die in pain. You'll suffer like the mangy fucking mutt you are!
Even if you succeed, it'll change nothing. You'll still be alone. All alone.
You... No! I'll avenge Istvan's death! I'll put an end to you! I'll put an end to you! You'll suffer for everything you've done! I'll kill you, even if it's the last thing I do!
What are you waiting for? This isn't finished. You're just the same as me. Just the same as Istvan. So come on! Get away with it! Sigismund's parting gift to Markvart was your silver. And they'll make short work of you. Damn it! That's it, coward! Run!
Close the gate!
That's not Sigismund.
I can see Prague colors.
What
the hell's going on?
I've no idea. As soon as I spotted them, I came to warn you all. Well, now, Liz. You cunt.
Steady on. We don't want any hot-headedness here.
I am Marquardt von Aulitz. I've come on behalf of King Sigismund and Lord Otto von Berghoff, the Royal Chamberlain. It has come to our notice that the bandits who robbed His Majesty's treasury of a great deal of silver have taken refuge here in this fortress. I've been charged with putting paid to this grave crime.
Greetings, Sir Marquardt. This is an unexpected visit. As the former Mint Master of King Wenceslas, allow me to correct you. Nothing has been stolen from King Sigismund since he is the Hungarian monarch, and the silver of which you speak belongs to the Bohemian king. I'd also like to assure you that we do not require the presence of the Hungarian king to bring order here. But then, I hear that's no longer his plan. So it would seem that you're out on a limb. As for Lord von Bergau, he's a guest here in my fortress, and we are negotiating.
I think not. We want that silver. King Sigismund wanted your heads too. But if you behave reasonably... Think of your castle and your estates, Peter. Because if you don't surrender the silver, you'll be left with nothing but scorched earth!
What's it to be? Would you fight us? With that garrison that is so drunk that it couldn't guard one captive? We will not wait!
That ain't you, drunk or sober! You old whoreson!
As you wish. You will pay for this!
What are you staring at? Were you gonna give them the silver?
It's all the same now. We have to prepare for an attack right now!
My words exactly. Come and get it, you fuckers.
To the wall! Go! Every last man, get to the wall! They're coming! Move your arms! For the village! Damn thing, we can do it! Everyone here! The rest of them are going to attack us!
I need a hand here!
Nice hit!
They're trying to burst through the gate! Stop them! Ich schlage dir die Fresse ein! Now you're mine, you bastard!
Now I'll show you.
Climb up there! Die, you swine!
Now you mind, you bastard!
I'll die here!
Fuck you! Open the gate from inside! I'll kill you,
We'll kick your asses! Fucker! You got it! There's one in the gold stone here! What did you mean? Hey, you swine! Come and get it!
They're retreating!
Good work up there.
There he is.
Good work, men. Take a rest.
What the fuck is going on? What are those Prague fuckers doing here?
What do you reckon? They've caught a whiff of that silver Sigismund's promised them. They don't want to go home with empty purses.
What about von Bergov? Damn it! Was nobody keeping an eye on him?
I don't fucking know. That bastard was pretending to be on our side.
What are we gonna do?
We must send a messenger to Jobst and our allies right away. If they lay siege to the castle, we'll need help.
Kurva! The devil really fucked things up for us.
Seriously? Remember what it looked like in Nabokov. If they had prepared for that attack, they would have swept us away. But thanks to Hinek's provocations, they rushed their attack. I think the devil actually saved our necks.
Did you see that hit Markvark took? Will he survive it?
I've got to hand it to that drunk fool. It was quite a shot.
It's hard to say. His armor might have taken the brunt of the force, but it was a good hit nonetheless.
Maybe your revenge has been enacted already, and you don't even know about it.
If only. I think we need to get some rest before the Praggers regather.
You're right. Go then. I'll have a messenger sent and discuss the fortress's defense with Peter. If anything happens, I'll send for you.
What a fucking disaster. Why can't anything ever go right for us?
Al dente's fortuna juvat.
Ha! I'll say. Let's go.
Are you already awake?
As if I could sleep in the middle of the day with that racket outside.
And the devil and his men will take the watch tonight. Perhaps you can rest then. But now we must go. Zizka sent me. He wants to speak with you.
How do things outside look?
The Praggers are lying low in the village and building another camp on the road to Raborsh. No answer has come from Jobst yet.
So in other words, we're still surrounded and cut off.
Why? What are you planning to pop off to the tavern?
What does he want?
As you know, he doesn't talk much. And now that he's the commander of a besieged fortress, he's twice as bad.
Where will I find Zizka?
On the walls. I'll escort you. It won't take long. And then you can see Janos for breakfast, and Frenzel for ammunition. Oh, and our new friend Musa was asking about you. I reckon he wants to thank you.
All right, I'll go and see them after. But now, let's go.
Before we go and see Zizka, I have some advice.
Go on. Let's hear it then.
Don't question Zizka's commands, especially not in front of Peter.
Why? What happened between them?
The Lord of Pisak is none too happy that because of us, the Praggers are plundering his estate. And if he sees any indication of a rift between us, then he could entertain dangerous ideas.
I understand.
That's good.
I have orders for you, Henry.
Wait, gentlemen. I don't mean to interrupt, but Zizka and I haven't finished talking.
I believe we have finished.
Really? Then I'd be interested to know what these honorable men think of our conflict.
Are you wondering how von Berghoff managed to disappear from under your thumb?
Me? You believed him as much as I did. While you were all celebrating the victory, he took advantage of the situation.
There's nothing we can do about it. Enough about that bastard. We have more important things to do.
We can't come to an agreement on whether or not we should try negotiating with the Praggers.
I think the devil has already closed off the possibility for further negotiations.
Even if negotiation was still possible, it would lead nowhere. The Praggers won't leave without the silver, and we can't give it to them. Otherwise, this would all be for nothing. And Peter, if you're concerned that the Praggers are plundering the estate, don't worry. Jobst will gladly compensate you once we give him that silver. Your walls are protecting it for him.
Let's just hope the walls are still standing at the end.
And that's exactly what I wanted to speak to Henry about.
What do you want to talk about?
Sir Peter and I have agreed that I'll be in charge of defending the fortress. But I can't be everywhere at once. I'm giving command of a company to people I trust. And you are one of those people.
Me? You want me to be a commander?
Well, it's about time, isn't it? You're a good fellow, and I know you'll take care of your men.
Thanks. I'll try not to disappoint you.
I hope so.
How many men will I command?
6. I'm giving you Kubianka to help with commanding, and Samuel has volunteered.
There'll be a few men from Radzi Kobula's company as well. I think you'll know them.
And you'll also have 2 men from the local garrison, chosen by Godwin.
Dobrosh, the hunter, is an excellent shot. Wolfram the Knacker has no combat experience, but we need all the men we can get.
Unless you need something else before you go.
Who else will be in command?
I've given a new company to you, Capon, and the Devil. Captain Frenzel is in charge of the rest of the men, but I still have the final say in all matters.
Right. I'll be off to meet my company then.
Don't worry, Henry. It's a solid group of men.
Have them report to you, and give them their first orders, so they get used to you.
Henry, you are still alive.
You want to talk? How are you?
I cannot complain, my friend. But I do not know enough swear words in your language to express my feelings properly. But seriously, the fever has gone down, and the arrow did not hit anything important inside of me. So, I will be fine in a few days. Thanks mostly to Catherine here. She's taking such good care of me.
I could take even better care of him if he didn't go wandering off all the time.
I've come here to thank you for what you did for me at the Italian court. If you didn't help me, who knows if I would have made it out of there alive.
Come now. If you had not helped me when they wanted to accuse me of Tretan's murder, Grozav would have had me drawn and quartered. Maybe I should have left with you when you gave me the opportunity. But who could have known they would begin shooting at me?
I see you've set up an infirmary here.
Someone has to put you fellas back together. Since you don't know how to take care of yourselves.
Catherine has mastered this art. Many learned men could envy her skills. It is a pity I did not know that earlier. I would have given her more to do in the camp than laundry.
Do you need help with anything?
Of course I do. With everything.
We've gathered up all the supplies we could find, but it's not enough for a long siege.
Maybe you could tell the others to try not to bleed too much.
Or just to die straight off and get it over with.
But if you have any injury or ailment, come here and we will help you. Yes? Do not risk losing your limbs to save us trouble.
I ought to leave.
Take care, friend.
And don't forget we're here. If you happen to fall off the walls or get an arrow in the arse, come see us.
Wolfram, Zizka has assigned you to my company.
Kurva. I knew I should have run far away from here when I had the chance. Why me? I like dogs. But I know how to be mean to them. I can even put them down. But to fight and look at the man whose guts I just tore open with the halberd. Fuck that. I don't have the stomach for it.
There's nothing to fear. Stay by me during the battle, and you'll be fine.
Aye. You can be sure I won't be charging forward myself.
Have you really never been in a battle? Not even in a fight?
Course, I had a few dust-ups in the tavern, but you want me to take up arms and defend the walls from trained killers? Fuck that! We must be absolutely fucked if my help is needed to save us.
I'll be waiting for you at the gate to the outer bailey.
Kurva. This won't end well.
Are you already on the way?
Aye. I'm going already.
Here he is. Our new fearless and shameless commander.
Let's drink for courage.
What do you need courage for in the morning? If we're gonna be fighting side by side, you'll both be sober.
Look at him. A commander for barely a day, and he has already banned us from drinking.
It is too bad. I fight better drunk.
What have you come to tell us, Henry?
Zizka tells me you both volunteered for my company.
Although we are not brothers of the same blood, I would still rather die by your side.
I would rather live. And that is why I'm here. Is there anyone better to tell you to stop doing stupid things?
Fair enough. Now why don't you two go to the outer bailey with the others, eh? We'll talk about the rest there, and I'll give you your orders.
I cannot wait to hear his speech.
Well, let us go then.
You've been assigned to my company.
I've heard. I still can't believe they're besieging us. I hope that God gives me a chance to do some good deeds before I go and see my family in heaven.
You lost your family?
My wife and daughter were taken by disease. I'm all alone now.
Have you decided to practice shooting from the walls?
Aye. I don't hunt much anymore, so I have to practice my aim. Also, shooting from up here is a bit different. Care to join me? We could have a friendly competition.
That's a good idea. Let's do it.
May the best shot win.
Right in the bullseye! Not today! 2 points. Terrible. 2 points. Not great.
You know how to shoot. Good job.
Thanks. You're not a bad shot yourself. But that's enough practicing. I've summoned my men to the outer bailey. There you'll get to know each other and receive your first orders.
Fine. We'll see each other there.
Would you look at this big-eared boy?
Well, this is unbelievable. Why, if it isn't Henry the blacksmith himself.
No, wait. The son of Sir Radzik.
Indeed. The boy's almost a lord. I'm glad to see you again.
I'm glad to see you too, lads. I hardly recognized you at first. What's with the beards?
Me and Yannick bet we wouldn't shave till we got home.
And whoever has the shortest beard will have to pay the other one's bill at the tavern.
So who's winning?
Me, of course, as you can see.
Don't listen to him. I'm winning. But just by a hair.
Zizka has made me a commander. You're now in my company.
We know. We volunteered for your company.
We'd rather have Henry of Scalets than Lord Capon with his nose in the air. Or that madman, the devil.
If there's anyone will get us through this, it's Henry. That's what I said to Yaroslav. That boy survived his own death at least once.
Get up and wait here for the others. Then we'll assign tasks.
Well, that boy's taking his new role seriously, eh?
Aye. He might even think he knows what he's doing.
How's it looking, Captain? Do we have enough arms and ammunition?
We have enough ammunition for now, but we have fewer targets. Those Prague bastards have dug into the village and are building barricades. But when they come again, stop by here with the men for arrows.
All right, so you're in charge of the smithy here. I've got plenty of experience as a blacksmith. Can I help you with anything?
You are a blacksmith? Sehr gut. We found a lot of very old weapons in the fortress, which, with a bit of care, could still be usable. So, if you know how to do it, take 2 Schwerter over there from the table and see if you can get those edges sharpened up.
I had a look at those.
Let me see them. Amazing. Great work. They are as good as new. You know your way around the smithy, young man. Danke. Someday I will repay you for your help.
All right, company. We're all here.
So, have you got a big speech?
You're in luck then. Stay by me during the battle, and nothing will happen to you.
It is true. I've seen Henry fight many times. We could not have a better commander.
Still, I hope I don't have to see it with my own eyes.
Come now. I'll be glad to see what kind of warrior our boy from Scalets has become.
Fine words, Henry. I hope it won't be so terrible.
Being a knacker is no easy work. Being a soldier can't be much worse, can it?
As a knacker, you're used to death, aren't you? Once you get your teeth into it, you'll be a killer, I bet.
What are your orders, Henry?
What do you think is most needed now, Kubienka?
There's nothing happening yet, so we have some time. We must use it to repair our arms, collect ammunition, and sharpen our weapons.
The Praggers aren't ready to mount another attack yet, so there's no need to waste your energy. Repair your arms, and get in some good rest. The next attack won't be long now.
Captain Frenzel in the smithy will help you with your weapons. All right, men. You have your orders. Dismissed. Oh, and Henry, you should go and rest too. Tonight you will be checking the posts.
What's up?
I thought we could have a little chat. We've both been given command of a company. How's it going so far?
Well, a commander is nothing without good men. My company's not too bad.
You've had command for less than a day, but you're already spouting such wisdom. Henry of Scalets, modern-day Alexander the Great. I had no idea you had the soul of a strategist.
I've picked up a few things here and there. And what about you? You're quite experienced when it comes to giving orders, right?
Bollocks. Ordering someone to bring you wine is different from commanding troops in a battle. Whereas I have plenty of experience with the former, in the case of the latter, it was always me who was carrying out orders.
Well, we've been through enough together. And not just at the tavern. You know how to be a rude arsehole, but also a loyal friend who's willing to stick his neck out for others. Your company should be glad to have you in charge.
Thanks, Henry. Well, enough talk. You should go and rest. Take care of yourself and your men.
You too.
Time for what, you lazy sack of shit?
Henry, you're also on watch?
How's it looking?
There's a lot of movement in their camp over there, on the other side of the marsh. It wasn't like that yesterday.
Keep an eye out. And sound the alarm if you need to.
My lord, what are you doing here? Everything's perfectly all right.
Fine then. May your watch be uneventful.
Thank you, my lord.
To arms! To arms! We're under attack! Ladders against the walls! Knock them down!
Can't quite do that.
Nicely done! I'm gonna shoot you! I'll cut you up, you shit! You dead. You're dead. Slice him up!
Listen up! I want to double up patrols on the palisade. There'll be a guard posted at the tower and the gate at all times. No one may leave their post until someone comes to replace them. Keep your eyes locked on what's outside the castle. If you need to shit, you better let it drop from the walls. The Praguers know it'll take more than brute force to get the better of us. Now they will try deception. Today they nearly took the castle from us without a fight. That can't happen again. Now get to work. How the hell did they manage to get inside here without anyone noticing? Were you there?
They killed one of Pisek's men and put on his colors.
I didn't expect something so deceptive from the Praguers. Although, after the devil shot at them, we can't expect them to be honorable.
I took over the Dry Devil's watch post. He was wasted, and he woke me up early. I think he spent his whole watch drinking.
Damn. I won't let it go this time. His nature has often been useful to us, but now we can't do without proper discipline. Thanks, Henry. I'll talk to him. What else can you tell me about the attack?
What will we do now?
We must bolster our patrols. We can't afford a cock-up like this again. On the other hand, we mustn't overdo it. Your men saved our asses, mainly because they were the ones who were arrested. Good work, Henry. We'll take it from here.
It seems they are very keen on having this silver. I wasn't expecting them to move so fast. We need to do something about this.
I'm sure they'd love to get the silver. Just let them try.
Gentlemen, tough words will not win us the battle. We have no response yet from Jobst. Our supplies are running thin, our ammunition is running out, and the moat will be filled in any day now. I propose reopening negotiations with them.
Fuck negotiating.
Yes, it will get us nowhere.
But we can't just sit here. They're advancing too quickly. We have to slow them down somehow.
And slow them down we shall. They think they've driven us into a corner, so we'll have to convince them of the opposite. We'll attack them.
What? But that would be suicide.
I agree. What exactly are we going to attack?
They've made themselves nice and comfy in the village below the fortress. And they're building their bloody barricades, ladders, and God knows what else. All of it has to burn.
You're mad.
So how will we do it?
I've chosen a group of riders from among Peter's men who know the village well. They'll ride in and set the camp ablaze.
How will they get in? The village is full of enemies.
I know. That's why there'll be another group to create a distraction. We'll send another company down below the northern wall to make a mess in their trenches. That will get the Praguers riled up, and in the meantime, we'll burn down their camp.
That leaves us with one detail to work out. Who will go down below the walls? It's a suicide mission.
I'll do it.
Would you look at that? Take him as an example. But not you, Henry. I need you at the castle. Don't worry, Hinak will lead the charge. He's already preparing. I reckon he owes us a bit of sacrifice.
The mills of God, eh?
And who will go with him?
Henry, Capon, you're both decent marksmen. Probably the best we have, so I want both of you on the ramparts. But each of you will choose 3 of your men who'll leave the fortress with the devil.
You want me and Henry to choose men to send to their certain death?
You're a commander, so act like one. We must slow them down at all costs.
In that case, please excuse me. I'll have to get ready.
We're done here anyway. To the task, gentlemen!
This won't end well.
Henry, come here. There's something else I want to discuss with you. We're still holding a prisoner from our last clash. Dry Devil will interrogate him. We need to find out where to focus our attack in the village.
What do you mean?
Where they store ammunition, where they keep food, whether or not they're building siege engines. The more we know, the more damage we can cause them. Get that information out of him at all costs.
I'm on it.
May God be with you.
Can we start with the interrogation?
Hold your horses, youngster. He's one of those fuckers who crept in here before during the night. And he's pretty banged up from the skirmish. If we go too hard on him, he might kick the bucket. So we'd better stick to the most important questions. What will we start with?
We need to know more about how their siege camp is laid out, so our cavalry knows how to hit them where it hurts.
Aye. It'd be useful to know where they've got their ammunition and grub supplies. And if they're building any siege engines. So, we're agreed. Except, maybe for one thing. If you're going to shit yourself again like at Malashov, you'd better wait outside. Just remember, there's no time for mercy. I'll be going out there in a while. And everything we find out from him could make the operation a lot easier.
But that doesn't mean we have to torture him straight away. I'll try to persuade him first.
If you don't have the stomach for torture, just say the word. I'll be happy to deal with it. But try it your way if you like. He's had nothing to eat, so maybe he'll spill his guts for a crust of bread. Let's get to it then. God save you, friend. My, look at that finery. You must be the richest man in this castle.
You're still in the mood for jokes. I know you lot are fucked. So don't bother trying anything funny on me.
Oh, come now. I mean, we're just chatting here. I noticed you fellas are in the habit of taking stuff that doesn't belong to you. Like that camp of yours in the village, eh? Seems like you've settled in nicely there. And no doubt you've got it all neatly set up. So don't be shy. What can you tell us about it?
Fuck all!
Looks like we'll have to persuade you somehow.
How much do you reckon the average cripple makes in arms?
Well, certainly a lot less than a Prague soldier earns.
I expect you're right. And what do you think?
Go ahead and cripple me if you can. I can see you don't have the stomach for it.
You asked for it.
No, your sons.
Well, should I continue?
Enough! Enough!
Talk then!
Our main camp is in the village. We have another one on the road to Raborsh, but that's just to keep control of the road, so no one can bring you supplies.
That's not enough. I need details.
What? About what?
How do you want to conquer our position? Do you have any siege engines?
All our trebuchets are in Prague. The lads would like to have them brought here, so they don't have to scale the walls with ladders, but that would take at least a week. So the captain ordered mantlets and ladders made. All the wood is carried into the smithy, and that's where the fellas do all the work.
That's good to know.
How are your gunpowder and ammunition supplies?
Ever since our ammunition store in the camp burned down, the situation has been dire. But there's a smithy in the village, though, and we can make new arrowheads and cannonballs.
Wouldn't it be a pity if something happened to that smithy?
How are your supplies holding out, and where are you storing them?
There's some in the barn, on the green, but there's no problem with supplies. Even if you took everything from us, we'd simply get what we need from the surrounding villages.
Aye. We can't slow them down much that way.
Good. I think that'll help us. But I'm not done with you yet.
Steady on, youngster. He's on his last legs.
Let's talk about who's giving you orders. Is it Markvart or von Berghoff?
Fuck off!
and I'd like to find that out today. I have a really big pair of tongs out back, and I think they'd help me speed things up.
Oh, fuck. No. Oh, don't torture me again. I'll talk. Markvart is alive, but wounded. Von Berghoff took off somewhere right after the negotiations.
So who's giving you orders?
We have more than one commander. One of them you know for sure. That Frenchman, Brabant, was hand in glove with Markvart and von Berghoff. Now he's giving orders and acting like he grew up in Prague Castle.
Christ! Always knew that French bastard would fuck us over, but that's the limit! I hope the fellas run into him outside and chop his froggy balls off!
How badly wounded is von Aulitz?
I don't really know, but it's not good. The sawbones practically doesn't leave his side, and he hasn't shown himself in front of his men since the negotiations.
Where did Otto von Berghoff go?
How should I know? Back to his estate, I suppose? I swear to God, I don't know!
All right. I think we have what we need.
I'll report to Zizka myself. You go to the battlements and get ready. Get hold of the men who'll be coming with me.
Hey, what about me?
You better start praying. If I find out you've told me one word of a lie, I'll come back here and weave your guts into a nice pink chaperon.
Do you have any food for me?
Half the ration for each man. We must save. Here, friend.
What happened? Why are you lying here?
I was hungry, but I didn't have anything in the kitchen, so I ate some old bread I had hidden away. It was fine. Only the bottom of it was mouldy, but suddenly I'm sick as a dog. I'm shitting out water and bloody thirsty at the same time.
I'm choosing men to go and raid the Praguers' camp.
You mean me? You can't be serious. I'm shit at fighting, and well, I can't stop shitting.
I need to think it over first. Rest for now. What are you shouting about?
Henry, help! Make him practice his black magic on someone else.
I will not be insulted. May your leg rot off for all I care.
Fine. Suit yourself. Musa has more important things to worry about than arguing with you. But don't call for him once the fever comes. You'll be dead by morning.
All right, wait. I suppose you could take a look at it.
Thank you, Henry. Now show me that leg of yours.
How are you doing, Huntsman?
Oh, I'm glad my Marushka didn't live to see this. She'd be so afraid something would happen to me that she wouldn't sleep. And I'd be just as afraid to leave her here alone. Now I'm just looking forward to seeing her again.
We're putting together a raid against the Praguers, and I'm choosing men for it.
In that case, you can count on me. If someone has to die out there, let it be me and not those young lads.
Grab your bow and hunting knife, then report to the gate.
I'll do what I can.
Commander?
How are you doing? Not losing hope, are you?
How could I? The siege has only just begun. And today our fellas are going to rip those fuckers to shreds.
I need someone from our company to go on a raid.
Well, fuck. And I thought we were friends.
Well, I didn't say you'd be going.
Oh, I'm just sending your pizzle. But I only want experienced men with me. No greenhorns. If you want me to go, that is.
All right, you'll go. The others are waiting for you by the gate. Take care of our men.
We'll kick their arses.
I'm listening.
How are you holding out, Sam?
Absolutely epis raris. I cannot stand any more of this fucking waiting. If they want to fight us, let them come, so we can sort this out once and for all. I have Mishpoche in Kuttenberg, loved ones. And who knows what is going on there now that Sigismund lost all his money and disappeared.
I'm thinking about choosing you for the raid.
Ah, what an honor. But if you send Kobienka, I will go too, of course. At least he knows how to keep a cool head in battle, unlike that Hammer dry devil. Also, he's a bloody sorcerer with a knife. I am an amateur compared to him.
Move to the gate and get ready. And most importantly, break a leg.
Do not worry about me. I will wave to you up in the walls with some dead Prager's head.
Everything's ready. Should I give the order to attack?
There's no point in putting it off any longer. May God be with us. Ready then? Did you remember to take ammunition from the smithy?
I have everything I need.
All right. Before we start, let's go through the whole plan again, eh?
Agreed.
So, we have 2 groups ready, infantry and cavalry. The infantry were chosen by us and will be under the Devil's command. They'll cause mayhem in the trenches beneath the walls.
Work for the devil.
Exactly, burning, shouting and all that. Try to provoke the Praguers, and as soon as they attack, the second group will set out from the fortress.
Cavalry.
In the confusion, they'll quickly ride through the camp in the village and set it on fire, before the Praguers know what's happening.
Sounds good. From the prisoner, we learned that they're storing stuff in the forge, so the riders will know exactly what to set on fire.
Great. That'll make their job easier.
And what will we be doing?
That's simple. We'll be raining down on the Praguers from above, trying to ensure that the Devil and our raiders survive and make it back to us.
Finally, your hunting skills will come in handy.
You're right about that. Happy hunting! Get ready, men!
Let's get them, fellas! Let it rain death upon them! We have to keep them busy!
Come on, then! Go fuck yourself!
You're not up to it! Bastard! They've already sounded the alarm in the village! They're lining up over there on the road on the right! Just a little longer, men!
Hey!
Look out! Over there!
There
There are palisades coming out of the village! Aim at them! Don't let them advance!
Now I'll show you!
You asked for it!
You're not up to it!
Now you're finished!
Bastards!
It's on fire.
Hey! Hey! Back to the castle! Let them in! Quick!
Devil! Was it a success?
What? Can't you smell the ash in the air?
How did my men do?
Well, I've got to say you chose well. You really worked as a team out there. That's why they all managed to come back alive. Give them my praise.
How do you think the Praguers will retaliate?
I'm sure they'll be more careful now, and will slow their advance. So I reckon we did fucking good.
How did the battle go? Down there, I mean. I reckon things were a lot different up on the walls.
Yeah, it was a bloodbath as always. Only I think I knew one of those fellas.
What? One of the Praguers? From where?
Yeah, I think we were in Austria together. In Weikertslag. They called him Wasp. A little hot-headed bastard who showed up wherever blood was being spilled. I liked the bloke. I have no idea how he ended up with the Praguers, but knowing him saved my life.
How so? He helped you?
No, but when he saw me, he hesitated. Just long enough for me to stab him in the throat. Well, if I hadn't, he would have done the same to me.
Well then, I'll go and report to Zizka. Do you know anything about von Burgov's escape?
To tell the truth, it cost me quite a lot of sleep. His chamber had no windows, the castle was full of people, and most of all, I couldn't imagine how a fancy lord could escape without help. It's not the kind of thing nobles do.
Did you figure something out?
The bastard was deceiving us the whole time. He wanted us to think he was playing along with us. And in the meantime, when he was let out for air, he stole a piece of wire from the forge and made himself a lockpick.
What? He made a lockpick? Von Burgov?
Believe it or not, I found it lying discarded below the stairs. All he had to do was wait for the right moment. And while we were celebrating Sigismund's withdrawal, he got out of his locked chamber.
Hang on now. That still doesn't explain how he got out of the castle. The courtyard was full of people. Someone would have seen him.
Ah, but he didn't go across the courtyard at all. He took the covers from the bed, slipped across the hall to another chamber, and lowered himself from the window down into the moat.
You're telling me he swam across?
Aye, believe it or not, there are people who can swim. And apparently von Berghoff is one of them.
I don't know.
I saw that bed cover in the moat. How do you think it got there? I suppose it didn't hold its weight and came loose or tore off. That's why we didn't find any other traces at the top.
That bugger really is capable of anything.
Look, I wouldn't have expected the noble Lord von Berghoff to go lock-picking doors and hopping into moats, but that's exactly it, see? He had us fooled. There's simply no other explanation.
The raid is over. It was a success. And most of the men came back alive.
I know. Good work, Henry. Go and get some rest. You deserve it.
What are we gonna do now?
There's nothing we can do but wait. I was hoping they'd realize by now there's no easy plunder here and leave. But it looks like we'll have to hold out a bit longer. We can't let them have that silver. We have to hope Jobst returns soon with his army. You did a good job with that prisoner. You got a lot of information. As long as they don't bring in catapults from Prague, we still have a chance. But if they do, we're fucked. That injury taken care of Markvart will help us. And if that idiotic Frenchman is in charge now, it's only a matter of time before they fuck up.
It's over.
For now. I'm starting to think there's no way out this time. How many more men have to die before this is really over? I'm fed up with this. I don't want to send anyone else to their death. But maybe it'll be me who dies. And I won't care anymore. Kurva! Zizka never should have put us in charge.
You did all you could. Zizka gave us a job to do, and we did it.
It's just that simple, is it? Sorry. I know you mean well, but I'm just not in the mood to talk about it. I'd get drunk if I could. But we don't even have enough booze.